Um, the impact of AI is going to be the biggest impact, not just for architects, but for our culture over the next 50 years. Um, Architects themselves will try to use it as a tool initially. Um, the real problem is there's a whole bunch of ethical issues of how AI is generating and where it's getting its sources from. Um, I think architects will use AI similar to what Chris Sharples actually articulated in today's presentation question section, where he said that he'd be able to take the information that his office has created and generate and set up an AI system that reinforces, kind of acts as a knowledge access, a companion to the history of the firm and the ideas and approaches to solving solutions. And I think all large architectural firms will do that because that'll give a boundary around exactly where the information's coming. It's already their copyrighted information, their thought process. And not only that, it will help them become better at what they do because AI will stretch them and be a very kind of facile tool to do quick investigations and bring everybody up to speed. AI, though, has many downsides. The biggest downside, first of all, is the ethical reason, what they call harvesting of information and data off the internet as a means of creating these new visual images, which are actually other people's properties in a way, copyrighted properties from artists, from writers, from architects, and utilizing that to kind of generate new forms that are no longer under copyright, or even worse, it might be only the owner of the AI generating software. So that's one ethical issue of exactly who owns what's being generated there and what is it being based on and what is that data. There's much deeper problems with AI. First of all, when people start utilizing it, a great deal of people wouldn't really even understand the full extent of the words of the prompts being used. You could imagine people generating AI from Italian modernist architects from the 1920s and 30s, and then only later on find out that the architecture has fascist associations, and how maybe, or how other chapters might have led, or be generated out of a colonial era and carries all types of information within it, which is countercultural. So AI, I think, will undermine a lot of the kind of understanding of history and who we are, and will continue a kind of separation from our humanness. I'm really concerned with meaning in architecture and not necessarily the generation of new forms or even doing the most for the least or all those things. I think architecture is really the embodiment of human life in form in which we dwell. It gives us a place to be within our community, within our larger region, and on our planet, and actually in the universe.